Hi everybody, Kevin Kane, and this is the last video that we'll be doing on the Affordable Care Act, and this is arguably the most important. Before we've been talking about what's in the law and how it impacts people, but now we have to do a slightly more important thing, and that's how to tell others about the law. Not everyone is going to have the chance to see this video, not everyone's going to have the chance to hear that October 1st is the beginning of these new marketplaces, and so it's our job over the next year to make sure the most number of people know what's in the law and are able to talk about it enough so they can get enrolled and can be prepared for what's coming. So I want to talk a little bit about how to talk about the Affordable Care Act if you only have an elevator conversation to talk about it. And so what we say is the Affordable Care Act is worth protecting because insurance companies now must play fairly. It's the law. This is sort of the central argument that we are saying. Insurance companies must play fairly. It's the law. And we use a lot of proof points to remind people why it's important. And these proof points may change depending on who you talk to, but it's important to talk about many of the pieces of the Affordable Care Act, especially those that are really important to individuals that might be impacted by it. A lot of people don't really understand how the Affordable Care Act is going to impact them, so it's important for us to do an argument of the entire law and then a piece of how it impacts them to help them understand really at a gut level why this is very, very important, especially if we touch on the values that I mentioned in previous videos about freedom, opportunity, responsibility, etc. So first and foremost, one of the proof points is protection. Insurance companies must now play fairly. It's the law because working families can no longer be denied because of pre-existing conditions. They'll never risk losing their insurance coverage when they get sick, and they'll never hit a lifetime limit. That's one proof point. Another one is preventative care or prevention. Preventative care now must be covered free of charge by insurance companies, including wellness visits for women, checkups for children, more wellness visits for seniors, etc. Why? Because insurance companies now must play fairly. It's the law. We can continue to talk about other ones, but a lot of the ones we like to mention are the issue of fairness. Millions of Americans now will receive rebates from their insurance company because the insurance company spent too much of their money on CEO profits or CEO bonuses, large fancy offices, administrative costs, instead of using your money on actual health care. Why? Because now insurance companies must play fairly. And lastly, peace of mind. Families will no longer be forced into bankruptcy when someone gets sick and will be free to choose whatever health insurance plan they want without fear of whatever happens to them, what their health history looks like, what gender they happen to be, wherever they choose to work. They'll be able to get some form of health insurance, and they'll have that peace of mind of knowing it. And finally, they no longer have to worry about things like loopholes and fine print in the policy. Why? Because insurance companies must now play fairly. So on January 1st, 2014, we will live in an America where all citizens have the opportunity to buy health insurance, or no matter where they choose to live, can make whatever health decisions they need to. And October 1st, they'll be able to see those options in front of them, go to this new marketplace, and be able to purchase health insurance for January 1st, 2014. So thanks so much for watching these videos. Please be sure to like and comment below the other questions you have. We'll continue to make videos explaining the Affordable Care Act, but this is the end of the major series to explain the law broadly as possible. Please be sure to, again, to comment, like, and share this video as much as possible. So again, I'm Kevin Kane from Citizen Action of Wisconsin. Thanks so much for watching these.